Hi everyone, my name is Oluwole Godwin. Welcome back to Emoji Economics. Today we shall be talking about lesson 3, which is GDP deflator and inflation. GDP deflator is the ratio of the nominal GDP of a certain year to its real GDP multiplied by 100. GDP deflator is an index number. There is a way by which GDP deflator helps to measure inflation, as we shall soon realize. In lesson 2, we obtained these values. Nominal GDP for 2007 equals 75 million naira, for 2015 equals 200 million naira, and for 2020 equals 220 million naira. And on the other hand, real GDP for 2007 equals 75 million naira, for 2015 equals 150 million naira, and for 2020 equals 82.5 million naira. You may have to revisit that lesson for more insight if this is the first video that you are seeing. GDP deflator in 2007. GDP deflator is simply calculated as the nominal GDP over real GDP times 100 over 1. Again, the nominal GDP for that year over the real GDP of that year multiplied by 100 over 1. Therefore, the GDP deflator for 2007 equals 75 million divided by 75 million times 100 over 1. That is equal to 100%. GDP deflator in 2015 equals 133.33%. GDP deflator for 2020 in the same vein equals 220 million naira divided by 82.5 million naira times 100 over 1, which is equal to 266.66%. What do these values mean? The percentage point change of the GDP deflator from 100% measures inflation rate, be it a positive inflation rate, which we generally know as inflation, or a negative inflation rate, which is known as deflation, between the current year and the year whose price was used as the base year. Therefore, in 2007, there is no inflation since it also represents the base year. In 2015, inflation is 33.33%, that is 133.33% minus 100%. Compared to 2007, in essence, the average price level has risen by 33.33% between 2007 and 2015. Remember again that I mentioned that the percentage point change of the GDP deflator from 100% measures the inflation rate, be it positive or negative, between the current year and the year whose price was used as the base year. So our result of 33.33% shouldn't be confusing. In 2020, inflation is 166.67%, that is 266.67%, which is the GDP deflator minus 100% compared to 2007 prices. Again, in 2020, inflation rate is 166.67%, that is 266.67% minus 100% compared to 2007 prices. What if you are interested in knowing the inflation that's occurred between 2015 and 2020 alone? Recall that we've been finding the inflation rate from the GDP deflator of a particular year against 2007, which was used as the base year. What if we are not looking at it in that light? What if we just want to look for the inflation that occurred between 2020 and 2015? So how do we go about that? We only have to calculate the percentage change in 2015 and 2020's GDP deflators. That's all. Therefore, inflation rate in 2015 to 2020 equals GDP deflator in 2020 minus the GDP deflator in 2015 divided by the GDP deflator in 2015 multiplied by 100 over 1. In general, it is given as the new GDP deflator minus the old GDP deflator divided by the whole GDP deflator times 100 over 1. That is, in general, or generally speaking, inflation rate is calculated as the new GDP deflator, that is the GDP deflator of the current year, minus the old GDP deflator, that is the GDP deflator of the previous year or the other year being considered, divided by the old GDP deflator times 100 over 1. In that case, inflation between 2015 and 2020 equals 266.67 minus 133.33 divided by 133.33 times 100 over 1. Our result therefore gives us 133.33 minus divided by 133.33 times 100 over 1, and that's equal to 100%. The interpretation of this is that between both periods, the inflation rate has increased by 100%. You must take note of how to interpret GDP deflators as a measure of inflation rate as well as the inflation rates themselves. Any questions? Hope you found this lesson helpful. We shall talk about CPI and GDP deflators in the next class. See you there.